Last time I have explained, but it is repeating. I think last time we did. Who has switch on off it? अच्छा, last time हमने understand किया था that how sociology is demanding us to be critical. How can we become critical? Who will answer? Yes. It's a very simple question. How can we become critical? By asking questions. You can see that 2-3 pages were only asking you to think. They are giving you some hypothetical situations in the first 2 pages, and then they are asking that, did you notice this? What do you think? What is your opinion? This and that. So it means that sociology is not like a regular discipline which we have studied. Not to say that before sociology we didn't have any other discipline which was not talking about society, culture, or people. We do have lot many disciplines which are actually talking about culture, human psychology, cognitive behavior, anthropology. But the way sociology is asking you to be reflective is not in any other social science discipline, because it is asking you to have self analysis. It is asking you to question your own assumption. It is asking you to become uncomfortable. It is asking you to accept diversity. It is asking you to challenge your own thought process. How do you know what you know? Now, aspirants, what is our problem? Our problem is that we don't think at all. And I am so very disturbed with UPSC aspirants' attitude. I'm seriously telling you this, and trust me on this, because I can see that we all are coming from middle class, lower middle classes, right? And we want to make something out of our present situation. Now, now we think that cracking UPSC exam will do something good. Yes, partially it will. It will give you a sense of security, it will give you prestige, it will give you honor, it will award you with lot of privileges, but it is not easy. Somebody was telling me that even not even 50 or 70 students are going to become an IAS. It is maybe hardly 30 or 40 or 50, something like that. So it means the competition is huge. There is there is no doubt that you people have to invest 8 to 10 hours in studying only, first of all. Now the second point here is that how you are studying about it. I do follow Richard Feynman method. Who is Richard Feynman? He is Nobel laureate. Although he rejected Nobel Prize, physicist. Okay, so he is remarkably enlightening the world with his teaching methods. There are a lot many philosophers, right? I personally follow him. So he is arguing that first of all you need to know what you know, how you know, and he is giving an absolute understanding on abstract concepts. He was saying that he was telling, somebody was asking him in his interview that what made you, reject this honors, and also he was simply saying that I do not want anyone to give me acknowledgement of my work. I am a physicist, I have made the discoveries, and students and other physicists are referring to my work. This is more than enough. How can anyone deciding in AC room that my work is good or bad? And then in most of the lectures, he was also explaining that how we can say that science is the ultimate reality. And this is a part of your topic too, sociology as science. How do our researchers do research? They make a hypothetical statement, then they prove it. They prove it that it is false or it is correct. So you are only proving what it is false, right? Or what you are proving? That yes, this particular part, what I have observed, it is actually like that only. But that theory can, after some time, can be proved wrong by some other scientist. It means that there is no absolute truth even in science. Now, sociology is a science, it is a queen of all other sciences, all other disciplines, because it is asking you and telling you that whatsoever we are seeing today, it may change tomorrow. Now, what is given to you, which you have taken it as real, it is being given to you by society only. So, the natural facts which we see today, it is given to us, though it is being proved. So, you can take a very famous example to illustrate this point of mine. Earlier, we know that sun is revolving around Earth. This was the initial explanation. Now we know that sun is stationary. In current days, what do we know? That sun along with other planets is moving. So until and unless you people are not having questioning attitude, you will not be able to clear this exam. Now, what is the problem which I asked in UPSC? Okay, let me frame this question like this. What is the major challenge with civil services syllabus or pattern or exam? Quickly, I don't have time. Give me answer in 5 seconds if anyone. Exactly. Very good, Kanish. Excellent. The major challenge is vastness. Why most of us, and you know that in India, if you are good in little bit good in academics, you will always going to think about civil services. And the only reason is when you see the syllabus, you feel relatable because it is not that difficult. We are not here making rockets. The only problem is vastness, and the vastness, if you can code. In Derrida's word, if you can understand the logic behind its vastness, it is going to be really easy. What we are doing when we are understanding geography, so we are only understanding geography, we are not relating it with history and physical features of Indian geography, like physical features or human geography. Why can't I relate it with polity? Why can't I relate it with economy? Why can't I relate it with sociology or history? Now the reason is, according to Feynman, that we humans have narrow thought process. When we read something, we read only to gather the information. For example, I'm here speaking, he's busy in writing and doing something on his writing pad, Shivan. So he's not interested in listening. So focus is somewhere, he's present, he's here present, but not thinking what I am saying. हाँ फेमन होगा कोई फेमन मुझे क्या करना मैं तो ये So what is happening with us? We are not active. When we are reading, we are thinking to like to you can say something like that just to race. We are running for some time without any objective. So when I was asking you that in the last chapter, in the last class, I have completed certain pages, it is your moral responsibility to write it in your own words, because your brain is not evolved to understand this heavy information. And what is actually the problem with us, that we have not been taught to read in a correct manner. We are learning for an exam always. So what you are doing, you are repeating. You are always repeating. And when you are repeating and repeating, you are only just seeing the fact. So it means that your brain for a timingly is recognizing the shape or the words or the concept, but it is not understanding the concepts because you people are not actively engaging. And you need to make connection in your brain. So when you start focusing on not memorizing some information, but learning in your life. Okay, then this journey will become easier for all of us. So you need to understand that you people have to apply right engagement with subjects. And if you people are not thinking, trust me, you might do some good, you might write some good answers in theoretical part of the question, but you will not be able to do justice with applied questions in UPSC exam, in essay, in GS1, in ethics, and definitely in sociology. They might ask you simple question: is live-in relationship is changing the sacredness of marriage institution in India? Give your opinion. They might ask you simple question on migrant labor, and there you need to think and reflect. There your notes whatsoever you people have made will not help. The memory will not help. So your writing skills, and then how you people can come up with the original ideas. So civil services is all about analytical and critical thinking abilities, and this is what sociology is training all of us. With this approach, let's start from where we have left. So I asked last time certain questions with respect to obesity, right? And we did have a lot of discussions on that. Now let's move here. Now here again they are giving you some statement, and you will have to think. The economic survey. What is economic survey, and do we have any relevance of economic survey? Yeah. How many of you know economic survey? Economic survey. Huh? So what is the relevance for civil services? It is just one. It is like like one of your standard books. Yeah, it just provides a backup to our answer. It is just like your Gitas and Bibles and Quran, like that. You know, you call Lakshmikant, Bipin Chandra, these books, you know, that it is mandatory. It is like that only, and you people do not know about economic survey. It is sad. Okay, economic survey. It does this come? This economic survey after budget and this. Okay, every year it comes. So it is very important for all of us, because you are getting direct questions on your like sometime even in prelims. Okay, it's very important. So now see what they are writing. The economic survey of the government of India suggests that access to sanitation facilities is just 28%. Now, is it the indicator of inequality, education, health, and employment? What do you think? What is your opinion on that? What is sanitation facilities? Hygiene, you know, is it, what is sanitation? Sanitation facilities is just 28%. This is directly questions to the health indicators of our citizens. Hygiene, cleanliness, toilets, clean toilets, right? Now here, what type of questions you can have? What you think, what you have to frame in your mind? Is health an important indicator for having sustainable growth? Yes. So in our sustainable development and in our sustainable goals. I mean, see, this year 25 May, UPSC asked question both in paper 1 and paper 2. Now, you are going to relate it with respect to other factors, for example, population dynamics, demography, economy. Do you think if we have poor sanitation, will it affect your economy? How many of you think yes? Raise your hand. Three of you do not think. Or you don't, no, you people have to answer. This is the learning attitude we have to develop. I'm not going to ask you these many questions when we'll start our syllabus. During your NCERT, it's an opportunity even to have your good personality. You need to speak. Just imagine that if you're not able to speak in front of your students who have the same, intelligence or same standard. If you're not able to speak in front of your mentor, what do you think that you will be able to speak in front of UPSC chairpersons or the panel? You people are just imagining of the future but not thinking that in present you people are not able to convey your simple thoughts. Is sanitation directly related to economy? Yes, it is. If you do not have healthy population, they are not going to work. Now, out of two genders, who has maximum threat with having poor sanitation facilities? Women. Don't you think that sanitary pads should be free of cost in all the world, like in all societies? We should give it in at free of cost. Yes, we should. But what is happening? We do have capitalists who are making lot of capital by selling it out. And if you people are not thinking on this, just imagine there are a lot many movies. There was one movie, Padman and all that. We will have discussions and opinion in some time else. We just have to ask sociologically. Otherwise, what happened? We'll keep on having discussions and discussions. What I want to tell that we need to ask if women are more vulnerable if we are having poor sanitation, then what government can do? Can government provide good or sanitary pads? Is it there? Is it going to be possible? You need to think on each and every dimension, how it is possible, why it is not possible, what we can do. Do we should? Yes, we should. How in rural society it is still a problem. In tribal society they do not even have healthy lifestyles and they are more prone to various lethal diseases, because as compared to male, females are having more sensitive reproductive organs. And if we are not training them and if we are not facilitating such facilities, it is going to take out from our GDP ka race or from our GDP the most productive gender. And we know because of patriarchy, because of social evils, females are not happily or not in a very safe environment are working or able to contribute in GDP. Everything matters, everything is interrelated, interconnected. Okay, now how do you people have to think on that? So for that, you do not have to read heavy books. All you people have to have some information about it. You should be knowing that, okay, in which particular state we do not have any sanitation issues. What governments are doing. Because you people are going to be policy makers. You people are going to be implementation of these policies. So sociology is directly related with your job profile. This optional is directly related to civil services job profile. Because ultimately you are going to work in a society and you are going to work for the welfare of citizens, most probably you are going to be located in some regional area, in some rural areas initially, or you people have to be dealing with social problem. So sanitation is a social problem. Sociology did emerge in 18th 19th century because of industrialization, because of urbanization. Yes, there were some problems, and thinkers were thinking now what to do, because during Renaissance period, during Enlightenment period, people were thinking once we will have science, we are going to have solutions to this problem. But what we are seeing, we are having more problems. After industrialization only, we did have a problem of slums. We did have a problem of child labor. Crime rate got increased. So we may think that sanitation can be the personal problem. No, it is a macro problem. It is related with the overall, even overall GDP of the government. Now, this is the way sociology want all of us to think. Okay, so this is one of the major challenges, and this is a part of your topic 10. Okay, and specifically paper 2 ka last topic, challenges in social transformation of Indian society. Urban sociology, rural sociology, tribal sociology. So that is what I am trying to explain, that with just one term you should be reading and understanding. Okay, now let's move. Now we all know that sociology is asking you to have imagination, right? How we are maintaining imagination, Aditya? Just right now. Okay. Okay, one more thing, all of you. I think except Rishabh, no one in this class is very comfortable in speaking. Sometimes Shivansh speak. And now you have also started speaking. Naturally, with confidence, yes, Kanishk is always speaking, but I will take a benefit of the doubt because I'm his mentor also, he's under my mentorship. But yes, I would say that there are only 3 to 4 students who are speaking, and it is going to be problematic for you, not for me. For me too, it is going to be easier, no? Just complete the syllabus, finish. And I'm not asking difficult questions. The only saddest part is I'm asking a day-to-day question, and you people are not answering, not speaking. In my first day class only, I have told you the classes will be very interactive. You need to start speaking. Okay? Speak. You can speak in Hindi. I don't mind it. If you people don't have more confidence in speaking in English, it's okay. Speak. But speak. Okay? Are you understanding this part? Now, how do we imagine sociological imagination? What's your name? I forgot your name, beta. Sarika, how do we imagine according to Stuart Mills? Who will answer? Okay, let me have a volunteer. Whosoever feels comfortable in telling. What is imagination as per Stuart Mills? Yeah. Excellent, Prince. Can you give example? Any example? Hmm. How it's a public issue? Hmm. Hmm. Very good, Prince. Okay, then there's a follow-up questions to you. Okay, follow-up question to you. Do you know that in most of the infrastructure, even in the public buildings, when we go, there are, there are stairs or there is elevators, right? Or the lift, like that. Even in the metros where we go. Do you think that this kind of infrastructural arrangement is suitable for spatially challenged people who cannot walk. They are on the wheelchair. No, it is not. Right? Because see, let's just say we do have stairs, right? We must have this flat space also so that they can walk by a separate place through wheelchair or like with whatsoever aid they have. So the problem is not with spatially challenged people. Problem is with structure, the way we have created this building. So very well you have said that sanitation is not a personal trouble. It is also related with public issue. And when we are connecting your personal micro settings with macro, what we are doing? Imagination. This is as simple as this. Now do you realize, Shivan, now do you realize that when we are reading NCERTs, there are lot many things which we need to debunk. So what we are doing, and it is not only in sociology, we are doing exactly same even with the subjects like history. So we will just randomly read, okay, Alauddin Khilji introduces token money system, and then this happened, that happened. We are not engaging critically. This is a problem. Okay, so now under this particular heading, introducing sociology, what and how it has started is saying that now you people are acquainted with the sociological imagination and the central concern of society to study society as an interconnected whole. This is your one important definition. You people should be writing this. Can anyone tell me how society is an interconnected whole? Excellent. So can you just give me one example? Hmm. हाँ. Hmm. Acha, can you tell me any economical decision taken by government and that has direct effect in the in Indian society? Anything, any example? हाँ हाँ हाँ, तो उसका क्या इफेक्ट रहा? क्या, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा, ढंग से बताओ. तो उससे हुआ क्या? तो उससे हुआ क्या? रख सकते हैं तो ये अच्छी बात है ना. ओके, तो व्हाट यू वांट टू से कि अच्छा इफेक्ट आया, बैड इफेक्ट आया? बट ये तो एक पॉलिसी बनाई ना उन्होंने. एनी अच्छा, GS3 में वी ऑलवेज हैव दिस बायलैटरल टाइज. ओके, रिसेंटली अच्छा चलो एक फेमस एग्जांपल टॉक वी कैन टॉक. Demonetization. It is a definitely economical step, right? And we know how it was a massive outbreak for entire Indian society. Recently, if you know, recently, just 1 week back, I think 2 weeks or yeah, 1 week back, government has introduced this gratuity ka point that now the corporate has to give their employers even in one year of their employment gratuity. Gratuity is just the amount owner has to pay. Do you know that it is going to impact entire employment hiring? Now people will hire for some months and then they will fire them, or what they will do, they will not hire them on papers. It is like the gig workers. They are going to make them work on contractual points. So now again what we are doing, because of this step, we may find that the capitalist or the business class will look for an alternative where they do not want employers to come into their formal setting. So in this way, what we are doing, we are also not deliberately but promoting informal sector, and informalization of economy is the major problem of India. Now what have I done? This was an announcement, gratuity announcement made by government. What have I done? I have given a social, political, wider implementation on it. Now do you understand how do we make connections? Okay, tell me any political step which is recently taken by government. All I want to tell by this statement that society is interconnected whole. You think that you may take decision on, let's just say, on rituals or religion, something like that, but it is going to have impact on your economy, on your polity and other aspect as well. Okay, is this now clear? So whensoever we need to understand society, we need to see it as a whole. Okay, if you now, if we are going to say that religion is something very personal, now government is not going to make any special treatment to any religion, that what we know, that is secularism. But if a government, it would say that now government is not even going to give any protection to religious minorities or to any religious activities, we know that how it is going to be impactful in a negative consequences for certain communities, isn't it? We cannot even give full autonomy over even in the matters like religion. Okay, religion again a massive institution. Let's just talk about personal choice. If government would say that nowadays, just because of the demand and since we have recognized LGBT communities, now we will give recognition to their marriages as well. Do you think is it going to be easier for us or government to implement it? No. Why? First of all, you have to make the changes in the constitution itself, and then you need to see the mechanism. So sociology is teaching you that we are not saying that things are going to remain the way it was, but it will going to change in years and years. Can you imagine yourself talking, a lady teaching to UPSC aspirants in India, I would say 60 years back, maybe, probably not, 70 years back, not, and talking on LGBT communities and wearing modern dresses, not even sari. It was difficult, but now we are. Probably after 25 years, we may say that now LGBT community has even got the right to marry. Okay? LGBT community is like the same sex marriages. Two females, two males, like that. Okay, gay, lesbians, like that. Okay? Are you all now understanding this part? Simple. Sociology means, if you will see a etymology of sociology, etymology, the words, okay? Etymology, socius, companionship. We are understanding social group. Is this now clear? So you people have to now see whether you people will be able, whether you people are able to now write sociology on your own or not. Because I have given you enough explanation so far. The sociology is asking you to be critical, it is asking you to imagine, it is asking you to connect between your, what you did you say? Public and your personal troubles. And can you explain it? If all of you go back home and make a question on the basis of my classes only and write it down, if you will, if you are going to find yourself that yes, you are being uncomfortable, but you are writing, still you are writing, you are on right path. I'm not expecting that you people are going to write toppers like answers in one day. Even the toppers didn't know that they are going to be a topper. I am right in front of you giving you an example. I failed, and when I top, I was like totally amazed. Arey, मैंने top किया है. And why do I give my example? So that you people can feel relatable. Okay? So what we were doing, what was the mistake? We were not engaging. Can you see, with just this part, society as an interconnected whole, I have given you examples. And this is what missing in our answers. What we are doing, as Richard Feynman argued, we all are just cramming and cramming and cramming. What is cramming? Rectification. For example, मुझे ये पेज पढ़ना है, तो मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसके नोट्स बनाने के लिए चक्कर में हूँ. Sociology is the easiest discipline I'm telling for UPSC aspirant. It is going to help you in your essay, ethics, GS1, in your personality test, like anything, provided if you are going to study the way I'm telling all of you. And writing skills तो बहुत easily एक साल की प्रिपरेशन में आ जाएगी अगर आप राइट अप्रोच रखोगे. इवन शिवांश, तुम्हारे पहले आंसर बड़े वेग थे, अब तुम प्रिसाइज लिख रहे हो. So first of all, you need to start, and don't be a victim of any ego. Do you know how ego works? Does anyone know how ego works? सब इंसान के अंदर ईगो होता है. ऐसा नहीं है मेरे अंदर नहीं है या आपके अंदर नहीं, सबके अंदर ईगो वर्क होता है. But how ego works in preparing for civil services with respect to aspirant's mind? नहीं, पेमेंट दे के आए हो, पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा मेरे से. It can be. और दूसरा पॉइंट, वो तो फॉल्स नॉलेज. हाँ, ये भी हो सकता है. राइट. आई वुड से व्हाट शालू हैज सेड. शालू, राइट? इट इज लाइक व्हाई इट इज नेसेसरी. इतना भी पढ़ेंगे हो जाएगा, मैं तो कर लूंगा. आई विल तो डू इट. शी इज टू टीचिंग टू डीप. शी इज हैविंग सम प्रॉब्लम. दैट टीचर इज हैविंग सम प्रॉब्लम. She is telling me too much. Why? I have told in the beginning, the way UPSC has framed the syllabus, you are thinking history, Mughals, are I know. Geography, are I know. Current affairs, I have seen the questions, it's very easy. They are asking on Indus Valley civilization. We have studied Indus Valley civilization. Little knowledge you have. They are asking you that how town planning can be a perfect example in solving the civic problems in contemporary days. So they are relating the past, ancient past with present. I will not tell the name. There is one of the student I know personally. He is always having some chaos in his mind. I want to do this, I want to do that, this and that. And if I'll ask him, sit and tell me something about it, he's just having aggression, he's just having all the information of the world, but not what is required. He is from Chandigarh, not from here. From Chandigarh branch. So he's just, I do not want to say, because since he had been studying for 2 years, coming from engineering background, writing a lot of test papers and all that, it does not require that. I'm telling you, the toppers, see, I can give again my example. I was a gold medalist. मेरे से CSAT exam नहीं clear हुआ. I am the perfect example in front of you. I was always having very good, points in GS paper 1 wala. Paper 2, because why? I was overconfident. I will apply only unseen passages, and because since I was a researcher, I'm doing everything. I was thinking, मैं सिर्फ unseen passages में कर लूँगी. And when I was doing in 15, 16, I think 16 and 17, yeah, 15, 16, 17, 3 years I attempted. Okay, unseen passages. I don't know what happened. सारे गलत. Out of it. But it was good for me, I would say, because I was writing a paper, I'm still writing. So what I'm trying to tell, ego आ जाता है हम लोगों का, उसको हटाओ. Okay, उसको हटाओ. Start reflecting critically on sociology. First chapter is very important. It is going to make your base. After that, you would see that, oh, it is all okay. This is, I would even take only 1 hour to complete one chapter. But first chapter is a foundational. So you just have to see, can you define sociology with your own existing understanding? Okay, on your own. Now, I believe that you should be having good understanding on this particular point. Why? Because this is what you people can write. Emile Durkheim is explaining society. Who is Emile Durkheim? Your second important thinker with respect to your syllabus. Now, you can say here, for sociology is the study of human social life, groups and societies. Its subject matter is our own behavior as social beings. Now, this paragraph, if you will see here, sociology is not the first subject to do so. People have always observed and reflected upon societies and groups in which they live. Can you give me any example which discipline has done this before sociology? Huh? Philosophy and theology, right? First of all, it's theology. You can say theology is like philosophy only. In philosophy, when we are talking about, Vedas, we are talking about this and that. So people have always spoke about society. Can anyone tell me any thinkers on this? Any philosophers? Western philosopher? Socrates, yes. Plato, Aristotle, right? Ibn Khaldun. In China, Confucius. We have lot many philosophers. Okay? So they all have reflected on society. Sociology is not the new discipline, but it is in a way a new discipline, and to an extent that it is being called as the queen of all other disciplines. Why? We did have history also, which is talking about chronological facts of society only. It is only telling you us about kings. We do have political science. We do have lot many disciplines. What is this sociology doing? Think from your common sense. Aditya, बताओ अब तुम ही बताओगे आंसर. Tell me what sociology is doing. I have given this answer earlier also. Shivan, what do you think what sociology is doing which was not actually done by other disciplines? Yes, critical thinking, but again, and how they were doing the analysis? By experimentation, this is the word. So they are proving what they are saying now. If sociology is saying that society is always changing, so they are proving it. So have you ever seen philosopher proving their theories? No. It's a philosophy. Do you know that even the mathematics has philosophy? No? If you are doing PhD in mathematics, what you are doing? Philosophy in mathematics only, na? Doctorate. Doctorate of philosophy in mathematics. This is what Auguste Comte have said. When Auguste Comte have argued that sociology is the queen of all other sciences, he made a point that whether you see mathematics, astronomy, physics, they all have philosophy. What is philosophy? It is telling us facts, some abstract concept. So what is the philosophy of mathematics? When I was teaching this, and I think in 2018, not 18, 21, 22, I think, there was a essay that came recently, 2, 3 years back, that mathematics is a music of reasons in essay. Which year? Can you just see it? I told this while explaining sociology only. Please tell me connect the year. Okay? At that year, in Hindu or in Indian Express, there was a wider interview. So there was some mathematician who won the very famous prize for mathematics. I think Elbil Prize or something like that, if I'm not wrong. It's a very prestigious prize for mathematics. So he was just saying that mathematics make him critical. I was saying this is what I'm explaining to sociology students always. How can anyone tell me what is it like that? I mean, UPSC think tank of our country in 2023, if think tank of our country for all of you, Pakka 2023? In 2023, UPSC आपको ऐसे में ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है. Mathematics is the, Kanish, can you just tell me the exact essay? Is the music of reason, I believe. Okay, this is an essay, right? And when I guess, and I actually brought in my class that particular interview, right? And I said that to sociology students only, and I said that, see guys, you people have to understand that even in mathematics there is a philosophy, because he had written, because what actually this newspaper wale like advertisement, what they do, they look for the tickers to take the grab your attention. So they have written, they had written like this, that famous person who had won this prize said that mathematics make him critical. So and then interview, and I brought that. So it was in 22, I believe, if I'm not wrong, it is 2022. That person who had won the prize. In 2023, UPSC did ask question on this. Now, I'll explain you with simple mathematics. So what am I doing? I am actually telling you answer to this part. Do understand this. Do understand this, what am I doing? Because so far, what you people have been doing, reading NCERT, as if that you people are preparing for some 12th class ka exam. We are preparing for civil services, बच्चे. सिविल सर्विसेज में आपको दिमाग लगाना ही पड़ेगा. How many of you are nowadays getting comfortable in my class? Uncomfortable, मैडम बहुत मेहनत करवा रही है. अगर अनकंफर्टेबल हो रहे हो, ये अच्छा साइन है. Because now you people are going to think that something is lacking. And the moment you are thinking that something is lacking, the next step will be you need to fill it. क्योंकि हमारा नेचर है, हमको हमेशा वो चीज चाहिए जो हमारे पास नहीं है. तो अगर अभी आपको पता ही नहीं that you people do not have critical thinking, how you will develop it? So any of you who are getting uncomfortable, uneasy, it's a good sign. But definitely approach depends on your attitude. For example, Shivan always gets uncomfortable, but his attitude is so positive in his life. You do not have to question, right? You need to know कि ego हटाना है, ये मेरे भले के लिए. Now what am I doing? I am explaining this particular line, that how Auguste Comte have proved that sociology is a science. So I am not directly reflecting on this. Am I? No, I am not. Because it is saying this is evident that the philosophers, religious, they all have spoke about society, but not the way sociology had done. So मैंने क्या बताया? Because sociology is proving something. ठीक है? So I am coming back to the our, this is sociology. I am coming back to our standard definition that sociology is a science. ठीक है? Now what am I doing? I am bringing, what is this? I am bringing all of you to our topic 2, where UPSC have framed every time question for 20 markers. This is an ability for all of us to connect your NCERT with your goal. What is our goal? हमारा गोल क्या है? ये तो बताओ आप, बताओ जल्दी. अरे आपसे नहीं पूछ रही, you tell. अब मैं नेक्स्ट तुम्हें खड़ा करके पूरा बात करवाऊंगी क्लास में, अगर अब आपने नहीं बताया. शालू, यू टेल मी, बिकॉज यू ऑल्सो स्कैर्ड. व्हाट इज योर गोल? सिंपल गोल पूछ रही हूँ यार मैं. क्रैक यूपीएससी एग्जाम. स्पीक इन हिंदी, बट स्पीक. ओके, यू पीपल हैव टू लर्न टू स्पीक गाइज. डोंट वरी, सब इनको भी कुछ नहीं आता, बस तुमको थोड़ा सा बोलना स्टार्ट करना है. ओके वो तो रो गया था पहली वाली क्लास में, लास्ट रो रहे थे तुम. डोंट लाई. रो गए थे तुम लास्ट फर्स्ट वाली क्लास में. हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा. अरे आपसे ही हो पाएगा, बस डरना नहीं, आगे बढ़ना है. राइट? एनीवे, व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? आई एम रिफ्लेक्टिंग ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर पैराग्राफ. So it's a common sense. When you people are going to make your notes, you people have to, you people have to highlight this. It means UPSC must have framed some questions out of it. That's why I'm taking so much time. Okay? Now, what am I doing? I am taking a definition. और definition में मैंने बताया that ये आप लोग बाद में notes में बना लेना. Sociology as a science, चाहे तो आप मेरे साथ बनाते जाओ. I am giving this definition, sociology as a science. Now, when I am saying sociology as a science, okay, so those who were at that point of time natural scientists, they have lot of objection. ठीक है? जब sociology कब आई थी? Sociology came in 18th century. Auguste Comte has defined it. Who is Auguste Comte? Because he has coined the term, right? Earlier he had said that sociology is a social physics. Then later on he changed it and then he came up with sociology. Okay, now before sociology, and sociology is the youngest discipline. Youngest. It means that we did have astronomy, we did have mathematics, we did have physics, we did have biology, we did have other disciplines, and then we are saying that, stop. Then we are saying that sociology is there, and sociology is like a queen, just like all of three of you girls. Huh? Queen, we all are queens. Females, आपकी mother, आपकी sister, they are queens. ये मैं नहीं कह रही हूँ, ये literature भी कहता है. Poets, they say that when a male थोड़ा सा कैरेक्टर उनका अच्छा हो जाए, उनका फीमेल का कैरेक्टर थोड़ा सा हो जाए, तो वो कहीं जाके इंसान बनते हैं. यहाँ पे मैंने थोड़ी सी फिलोसफी ले आई है. विल टॉक अबाउट दैट लेटर, बिकॉज यहाँ पे मुझे आपको एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात समझानी है. So in 17th or 18th century, when Auguste Comte said that sociology is a queen of all other sciences, physicists, mathematicians, they all had a problem with this. They said that how will you prove what is going on in society? Because marriage in India means different, marriage in Saudi Arabia means different, इसको 4 वाइफ होंगी, ये होगा वो होगा, राइट? मैरिज इन ट्राइबल सोसाइटी मीन्स डिफरेंट. Marriage nowadays is very different. Now we are having ads promoting LGBT communities. I mean, I do not have any issues. Their life, their choice. It's okay. But I think it is going to be a problematic for, we have discussed that. So, what Auguste Comte did? Auguste Comte explained that even in mathematics, there is a philosophy. Now, what am I doing? I am bringing to the essay wala part. Okay? See how I am making connections. Auguste Comte argued that all the natural sciences subjects has philosophy. Now, to explain you this, I have given an example, current affairs का example. उसमें जिसमें आप लोगों को इंटरेस्ट है वो मैं लेके आ रही हूँ. 2023 में आया था ना, राइट? तो 2023 में जो that essay which came, mathematics is a music of reason, उसको समझाने के लिए I am telling you, maybe in 2021 or in 2022, there was a XYZ person who won a Nobel, very prestigious prize for mathematics, and he says that mathematics make him critical. यहाँ तक कहानी समझ में आई? चलो अब यहाँ से हम फोकस कर रहे हैं that how mathematics makes you a critical. So with simple mathematics I am explaining. Simple mathematics. Anything. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Okay. Now, yeah, simple multiples of 3. What you people can see beyond some digits here? Shivan, you are from IIT, तुम ही बताओगे अब. अरे IIT में बैठे हमारे यहाँ, बताइए इसमें क्या देख रहे हो? और फैक्टर्स दिख रहे हैं, मल्टीपल्स दिख रहे हैं, और क्या दिख रहा है? कुछ भी तुम बताओ ना अपना पर्सपेक्टिव. मैं तो साइंस के स्टूडेंट आप हो. कौन और कोई नॉन साइंस बैकग्राउंड है? आपको क्या दिख रहा है? अच्छा सब बताओ जल्दी जल्दी, क्विकली. हाँ, ऑब्जेक्टिविटी. व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्टिविटी? Will always be 9. Okay, will always be 9. So इसका मतलब तुम कुछ ना कुछ प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हो. अच्छा ठीक है. एनीथिंग एल्स? अच्छा, व्हेन यू आर सेइंग इट इज ऑल, क्योंकि मैं इसी को डिकोड कर देती हूँ. मुझे लगता है प्रिंस ही सोचता है क्लास में. इट इज प्रिडिक्टिंग समथिंग. हाउ कम यू प्रिडिक्टेड? बाय रीजन. बट यू प्रिडिक्टेड अ लॉ. आई थिंक कि ये लॉ है, क्योंकि ये कह रहे हैं ऐसे ही होगा. 3:3 is 9. So he is predicting some sort of law. Anyone else? कोई और नहीं दिख रहा आपको? 3 1 2 3 3 9 3 4 12 3 5 15. कुछ नहीं दिख रहा आपको? और 2 लगा दो, 1 लगा दो. कुछ रिपीट हो रहा है इसमें? अरे 3 के अलावा कुछ और रिपीट हो रहा है? मल्टीपल्स. किसके मल्टीपल्स? 3 के मल्टीपल्स, है ना? तो 3 के मल्टीपल्स कुछ रिपीट हो रहा है, समथिंग. तो यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं आपको, अच्छा इसमें कुछ नजर आ रहा है? यहाँ पे आपने जो बोला 3 के मल्टीपल्स है, तो क्या ये पैटर्न नहीं बता रहा हमें? इस पैटर्न को स्टडी करके मैं यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट गेस कर लूंगी ना. isn't it? ये भी है मैथमेटिशियन जी, IITM, ये भी है फिलोसफी. यही एक्चुअली मैंने बहुत ही इजी लैंग्वेज में बेटा एक्सप्लेन करा. What Auguste Comte have done actually. Auguste Comte said that even mathematics has, definitely it is a pattern. So this universe is made up of patterns only ना. अब इसमें I am going to define science. तुमने क्या करा यहाँ पे? ये पैटर्न को स्टडी करके तुमने गेस कर दिया कि यहाँ पे ऐसा होगा, राइट? So just like mathematicians who are studying laws and the patterns, we sociologists are also looking for the patterns. So famous sociologists have visited JNU, and when he was coming to JNU, it was like a Eid or Diwali in JNU. He's a renowned philosopher, philosopher. But I do not want to tell his name because lot of controversial statements he had made. Anyhow, so he just said that if you people are studying sociology, you need to know that by choice or by default whatsoever, it might be random also, but because in my case it was random that I would be doing PhD, then but he said that trust me, if you people would going to study the philosophy of sociology, no one can lie in front of you, no one can make you fool. हाँ, deliberately आप अपने आप को बेवकूफ बनाना चाहोगे तो आप बन जाओगे, because in front of sociologists no one can lie, because sociology reads patterns and patterns never lie. So that person argues that what I see in mathematics, for me it is not equation. This is what even Richard Feynman says, that because he is a renowned scientist for quantum physics. So when he was explaining that how these atoms are working, how electron protons are working, you do not have to make it complicated, because your mind is not going to appreciate anything complex. You have to make it simple, simple, simple. What are we doing? We are making everything very complex. Life is easy, make it simple. Take right decisions. Have clarity of thoughts. Now let's come back to the equation. Here we are reading the patterns, and that person also said that what is happening. I say, for example, I will tell you not many other theories also. So he says that for me, x, y, z plus this equation, paragraph, whatsoever. So there is a problem to me. And I just navigate what can be the solution to decode this. This is how all the mathematicians and physicians have worked. So they are observing and they are thinking that something is missing or something is wrong. And then they are making a theory and then they are proving it. Same thing sociologists are doing. They are observing, and then they are thinking, and then they are making hypothesis, and then they are making solution or finding about it. So when you are observing industrialization, let's just say in 18th century, so what is happening? They were looking at the problems, and then they thought that solution can be, it will replace religion with science. So that was their assumption. But did that happen? No. No, it didn't happen. So sociologists started thinking, Arey, we were to thinking that there will be a solution, but it is more problematic. Then they realized that the problem is that we do not have any discipline which is only talking about society. We need to understand that how we are working. So we need to understand individual who has the power to change the society and how society is shaping the individual. This is again an essay in 2019. Some year back, if I'm not wrong. Individual and society. Is it individual which shapes society, or is it society which shapes individual? Can you see that taking sociology, how it is going to help you? You do not have to do anything for your essay. अगर आपने sociology अच्छे से पढ़ लिया, you will be able to write good essay on your own. Now, this is what mathematicians are doing. Now, what sociologists are doing? We are also looking for the patterns. And now let me explain you how pattern work for sociologists. Okay? I would be explaining it with Karl Marx because most of you know Karl Marx. Karl Marx said that he has actually observed that whensoever in economy what? Means of production changes. And in means of production, technology. Society is changing. So when technology is changing, there is a direct proportional, direct effect on society. So when you were hunter and gatherer, technology was, what was the technology? Stone tools, simple technology, right? What type of society we were having? अरे हंटर एंड गैदरर में तो एग्रीगेटेड नहीं होगा ना? अरे यार डंडी से मारूंगी. हाँ, डंडी पड़ेगी. अब बताओ जल्दी से. हंटर एंड गैदरर है तो सोसाइटी कौन सी होगी? ट्राइबल हो जाएगी. ट्राइबल नहीं कह, ट्राइबल. हाँ, हंटिंग एंड गैदरिंग सोसाइटी रहेगी ना. ठीक है. अच्छा, यहाँ पे लड़ाई हो रही होगी आपस में. इतना मीट मैं रखूंगा, इतना मीट तुम रखोगे, ऐसा कुछ हो रहा होगा. मीट तो सड़ जाएगा. Here hunter and gatherer societies, even if we have lot of cherries, so we will not fight over it, no. So there will be no ownership. Will there be ownership? No, there will be no ownership. So it is like a egalitarian society, right? Then so technology now it's going to change. Which type of technology has now come up? Horticulturalist and pastoralism. Okay, horticulturalist, that now you are growing some trees, and pastoralism is dairy. You have now started rearing animals. Okay, now who will be the richest? Who will have the maximum ownership of animals or the trees or whatsoever, right? But society got changed when the technology got changed, and then agrarian, simple. तो यहाँ पे आपका shifting cultivation आ गया. We have got agrarian society. Then we have got little advanced shifting cultivation से हम किस पे आ गए? Agrarian में, right? Then you have feudal society. फिर उसके बाद factory आ गया. Then you have capitalist society. But एक पैटर्न देख रहे हैं हम. पैटर्न क्या है? इकोनॉमी बदल रही है तो समाज बदल रहा है. क्या ऐसा हुआ है अभी इन 21st सेंचुरी? यही तो बात है कि हाँ, वेरी गुड. हु हैज गिवन दिस आंसर? ग्लोबलाइजेशन किसने बोला? क्लैपिंग कर दो इस बच्चे के लिए. और हुआ कैसे है ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन? तो सोसाइटी बताइए. टेक्नोलॉजी कैसे चेंज हुई है? माइक्रोचिप, डिजिटल. खुश नहीं होना. अगर कोई बच्चे ने आंसर दिया अच्छे से खुश होके ताली नहीं बजाएंगे. सही से बजाओ तालियां. चिढ़ रहे हैं हमने क्यों नहीं दिया आंसर. एक्सीलेंट. तो कैन आई एक्चुअली सी द पैटर्न? आज कौन सबसे ज्यादा अमीर हो रहा है? जिसने टेक्नोलॉजी पे कंट्रोल कर लिया. ठीक है. तो इट्स अ पैटर्न. फाइन. So this is what even sociology is doing. Now, have I made enough examples to all of you? Have I given enough examples that what we were doing, we were not reading sociology NCERT the way we are supposed to read. Okay? Now, when you people are going to go back home, you people please read this paragraph. Sociology is not the first subject we have already discussed. This is evident in the writing of philosophers, religious teachers, and so on. So try to think about our lives and about society by no means confined. So we do have all the discipline. However, they were not focusing on in a scientific manner. Okay, so these people were reflecting on their common sense, on their everyday life, but not in a scientific manner. Okay, so here you will see this one paragraph. So these are everyday notions. So observation of philosophical and religious thinkers are often about what is moral or immoral. So they are more or less concerned about this part only. Okay? So sociology too concern itself with the norms and values, but its focus is not on the norms and values as they ought to be. So they are only understanding how society is functioning. What is the relevance of religion? How we have created religion. देखा तो किसी ने भी नहीं है भगवान को, किसी ने देखा है भगवान को? हम में से किसी ने नहीं देखा है, बट भगवान के अंदर इतनी पावर है, मैं अभी चाहूं तो एक स्टेटमेंट से लड़ाई करवा दूं और आप लोग मुझे जेल। ऐसा है कि नहीं? और अगर मैं कोई एक स्टेटमेंट दे दूं अगेंस्ट एनी वन पर्टिकुलर माई रिलीजन ओनली, तो मेरे पे फतवे आ जाएंगे भी। इसका सर कलम चाहिए, हुमा हसन का कलम सर चाहिए हमको। जो भी डॉक्टर हुमा हसन जैसे एक तस्लीमा नसरीन भागी हुई है, राइट? इट हैज दैट पावर. We may think it's a joke because I'm trying to make class little lighter. There is a lot of power. You say anything against Muhammad, you say anything against in India against कृष्ण जी, राम जी एंड ऑल, वो आपस में आसमान में सोच रहे होंगे यार इसके लिए तो नहीं किया था हमने। हम तो चाह रहे थे कि वी मस्ट हैव सॉलिडारिटी, वी हैव क्रिएटेड। मतलब मैं गीता को सुनते हुए आती हूँ ऑफ मुझे तो नहीं लगता कि इसमें कुछ ऐसा गलत है कि मेरे पे फतवे जारी हो जाए। अच्छी बात बता रहे, कुरान में ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखा, बाइबल में ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखा, तो प्रॉब्लम आ कहाँ से रही है? गॉड्स आर एमरल गॉड्स हैं क्या? कहाँ है? गॉड्स हेल्पलेस हैं, कुन फयाकुन कह देंगे, खत्म काम। Why it is happening? Why are we fighting in the name of gods? It's a simple question. Huh? Political reason, simple. Divide and rule. मुझे तो वोट चाहिए तो मैं लड़वा दूं। Identity politics. I asked one of the Kashmir का politician, Mehbooba Mufti, I believe, if I'm not wrong the name, in one of the conference. He was saying this. अभी जो आर्टिकल, कौन सा आर्टिकल रिमूव किया गया? 370 है उसमें कश्मीर को एक, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर का एक अलग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, अलग स्पेस एंड ऑल दैट. So she was talking all this. I'm fine. Let me just share this little bit. Okay, so there were people who were having different opinions on the chair, right? And they were asking, so I just asked a question, how long we are going to play on identity politics? When we are going to have national integration? Then she felt so bad, and then she was like, oh, I do not know what national integration you're talking about. When I was growing up, I was having this problem, and they said I wanted to ask, but this is how everyone sponsored, right? So the sponsor lady, she was like, ma'am, don't ask this many questions, wait like that. But I do not wanted to lose that opportunity to ask a leader like that. Okay, so I just asked this question just to understand, that whole environment. So while she was telling, while she was growing up, she had seen this and that. I just wanted to, ask her a follow-up question. Ma'am, you were a daughter of some renowned politician only. आपको तो गरीबी पता ही नहीं होगी, right? And then later on, when we were having snacks, her daughter was sitting over there. So those people who were criticizing and fighting with her, then openly talking like that, she is going to be next Mehbooba Mufti. I was just looking at pretty face that she looks only beautiful. What she has done, that she is going to be the next politician. This is how we need to understand. So we are fighting because others are taking advantages of our fights. We'll keep on fighting on Pakistan and Hindustan, and they are going to make us fool by increasing inflation, by increasing lot many things. तो भगवान नहीं चाह रहे हमको लड़वाना. भगवान अगर कह देना आके कि मैं चाहता हूं लड़ो, तब हम लड़ेंगे अच्छे से. भगवान होने चाहिए वो. Okay, this is what we need to understand. This is what sociology is teaching. Are you all now understanding this part? Okay, so slowly and gradually we will understand that yes, sociology is also concerned with norms and values, but we are not interested in judging which religion is correct, which religion is not, what is moral, what is immoral. And even if I have to quote that what is morality for sociologists, it's humanity. You are human, then I have all the right to protect you. We are human, that means we are living in a society. Let's make it a peaceful and place. Okay, this is what even all sociologists are talking on these lines only. You will see Karl Marx, you will see Emile Durkheim, Max Weber, Talcott Parson, Michel Foucault. If contemporary sociologists, I will talk about Anthony Giddens, Ulrich Beck. All of them is talking on this only. Okay, so I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, one name is very important for all of us. Please write down. Peter Berger. Okay, you want a break? I can give 5 minutes ka break only because we have class till 3:50 now. You will can take 5 minutes ka break. But please write down Peter Berger. हाँ, how many of you get tired? So मतलब ठीक है, बीच में कहीं खाना वाना खा के थोड़ा नैप वगैरह कैंटीन के लाइब्रेरी वगैरह में. अच्छा, तुम्हारी प्लूटस में है? कोई बात नहीं, आईएएस का नाम ऐसे थोड़ी ना लग जाएगा. फिर आपका एटीट्यूड अलग ही. आपका एटीट्यूड जस्ट राइट मीन्स, उसके बाद ही अलग से एटीट्यूड. Honestly telling you, not many students directly, but I have seen like that. The moment you have written me, not everyone, बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं. एक यहाँ पे नाम ये शर्म बोल रही हूँ, रैंक 52 था उनका नाम, सौरभ शर्मा संजय. वो बहुत ही हम्बल, कुछ लोग बहुत हम्बल हैं. I'm telling you this, I have seen students like that. Okay, so जैसे ये दिव्या मिश्रा, she is very humble, rank 28, rank 52, right? These people I have met, right? He is my student. कुछ लोग बड़े हम्बल होते हैं, लेकिन कुछ स्टार्टिंग में वो आपके पैर छुएंगे. और उसके बाद they are on different level. मेरे साथ तो कभी इतना बुरा नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन when I was doing research तो मुझे एक स्टोरी पता चली थी. So एक स्टूडेंट का पूरा क्लियर हो गया एग्जाम वगैरह, ठीक है. तो फिर टीचर ने कॉल किया, वो इंटरव्यू वगैरह दे दो ऐसा, ठीक है. ओके, बट व्हाट विल आई गेट इन रिटर्न? एंड इट वाज डेवास्टेटेड. मैंने उनको पढ़ाया तो ताकि हाँ वो तो ठीक है, बट अब क्या, अच्छा बताओ व्हाट यू वांट, इज इट, एक कोई मॉल है वसंत विहार में, बहुत ही एम्बियंस आई थिंक, ये मेरा पूरा कोटेड है मेरे रिसर्च में, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ लिटिल नॉलेज आई हैड दैट आई वुड बी लाइक गोइंग टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री। और रिनाउंड टीचर का नाम है, मैं जैसे अगर नाम बता दिया ना आपको, अच्छा उनके साथ ऐसा हुआ, मैं वाज लाइक एमबीएस मॉल में ना, मुझे ये इतने की शॉपिंग करनी है, और फिर उसने बोला कि करना भी पड़ा था मैडम मुझे। नो बट आई वुड से, पता है क्या, मैंने उनसे फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस पूछा था, एंड देन आई आस्क्ड, सिंस यू हैव सच अ ह्यूज बैच, राइट, विल यू लाइक विल यू लाइक हैड यू एवर गॉट अ चांस टू टॉक टू हिम और दिस एंड दैट, तो बताया एक दो बारी, वहां पे भी डिफरेंस होता है ना ऋषभ, राइट, तो इफ आई वुड बी नोइंग ऑल ऑफ यू बाय नेम एंड टॉकिंग एंड दिस एंड दैट, आपका कॉन्शियस बताएगा कि यार ऐसे नाम के साथ ऐसा नहीं करते यार, मैडम ने पूरी मेहनत करी है, राइट। अब इट इज एक्चुअली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, यहाँ पे जो रीना फिलोसफी का कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, वो चेंज हो गया एक्चुअली हमारे इंडिया में। अब हम टीचर्स को क्या कॉमोडिटी देखते हैं, आप लोगों को एक अलग ही एरोगेंस, पैसे दे के पढ़ रहे मैडम पढ़ाओ, ठीक है ना, सही से पढ़ाओ, अभी कंप्लेंट कर देंगे, को फाउंडर हो क्या करोगे इनकी, राइट, so it is happening actually like that। वो पहले हम छोटे होते हैं, हम बड़ा टीचर से रिस्पेक्ट होते हैं, मम्मा ही बोल देते हैं उन्हें, राइट, धीरे धीरे हमको पता लगता है, व्हाई, बिकॉज इट्स अ मार्केट, व्हाट टू डू, इट्स अ मार्केट, वी ऑल हैव टू ब्रिंग अ चेंज। अच्छे लोग एक्चुअली सिस्टम में आने चाहिए, कॉन्शियस स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए, है नहीं हम ओबीसी, बट ओबीसी का एडवांटेज लेके दुबई में गाड़ियां वाड़ियां शो ऑफ कर रहे हैं, राइट, so we do have to understand that yes, this exam is worth of doing hard work। तो आप लोगों का अभी हार्ड वर्क का टाइम जो अभी आप लोग कर रहे हो, आई डू अंडरस्टैंड, बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बट आप इतना पायस लगता है मुझे यूपीएससी के बच्चों को पढ़ाना, क्यों, क्योंकि आप लोग एक स्ट्रगल कर रहे हो, ट्रस्ट मी, मेरा गला खराब रहता है हर वक्त, मैं घर पे जाती हूँ मेरे को आवाज नहीं निकल रही होती, अभी भी मेरे को पेन ही हो रहा है, but it's only because of your sincere attitude, your desire to do something, I am actually feeling very passionate whenever I try to teach all of you। why, क्योंकि अगर आप लोगों ने एग्जाम क्रैक कर लिया, ओके, तो डेफिनेटली आप बहुत लोगों की लाइफ चेंज कर दोगे, ठीक है, अपना करते रहना जो कि आप लोगों को करना है, पावर वावर का नशा अलग ही नशा होता है, लेकिन आप क्योंकि मिडिल क्लास रूप से आए हो ना, आप लोगों के लिए कुछ ना कुछ जरूर करो। नहीं शिवान कह मैं तो नहीं, तेरा फिर होगा भी नहीं है ना, भगवान भी देख रहा है ऊपर, आप 80% चलो करप्टेड रहो, सेल्फिश हो, 20% तो आप कर ही दोगे, हो ही जाएगा एक्चुअली। जब आप देखोगे ना कि यार लोगों के पास सही में इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स है, आपका कंसाइज आपको बताएगा, फिर उसके बाद नहीं बोलोगे कि मैंने तो नहीं सोचा, क्या है कुछ भी। हमारे पेरेंट्स तो बहुत सारे मिडिल क्लास के लोग, आपको क्या पता क्यों नहीं किया, बहुत सारे ब्यूरोक्रेट्स हैं जिन्होंने लाइफ चेंज करी है, पर्सनली आई नो लॉट मेनी ब्यूरोक्रेट्स, डीलिंग तो फिर आप लोगों को मिनिस्टर्स के साथ ही करनी है ना, तो मिनिस्टर के साथ करप्ट हो जाते हो आप लोग, कहते कि क्या पार्ट ऑफ सिस्टम, बट दे आर लॉट मेनी ऑनेस्ट ब्यूरोक्रेट्स, इनफैक्ट अगर ये ब्यूरोक्रेट्स ना हो तो सिस्टम ना चले, there are so many bureaucrats who are working 24/7, क्योंकि आपको मीडिया वही दिखाती है ना, ग्राउंड, आप ग्रास रूट रियलिटीज में कभी भी किसी पुलिस स्टेशन में चले जाओ, मैंने तो बहुत रिसर्च करी है, आप बहुत सारे आईपीएस आपको मिलेंगे, दे आर डूइंग लॉट ऑफ वर्क। मैं पुलिस की इसलिए बात कर रही हूँ, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर तो एक अलग और में काम कर रहे होते हैं, बहुत सारे आईएएस नहीं चूज करते, आईपीएस चूज करते हैं। ओके, तो पॉइंट यहाँ पे ये नहीं है कि अब तक सिस्टम क्यों नहीं बदला, सिस्टम सिर्फ ब्यूरोक्रेट्स की चेंजिंग से नहीं बदलेगा, ना सिस्टम मिनिस्टर्स को अच्छा चूज करने पे बदलेगा। सिस्टम, इफ आई टॉक एज अ सोशियोलॉजिस्ट, इट विल ओनली गोइंग टू बी चेंज if we are going to create concise, if we are going to evoke empathy. मतलब it doesn't matter to me, अगर मैं यूपीएससी के बच्चों को पढ़ा रही हूँ तो फिर मेरे लिए मैटर ये होना चाहिए कि मैं देश के लिए कुछ कर रही हूँ, मैं बच्चों के इमोशंस के साथ नहीं खेलूंगी अगर मुझको पेमेंट भी नहीं मिला, या अगर the point here is like that you need to take a wider responsibility that can only come if you have empathy. तभी तो ऐसे इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है, एथिक्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है, राइट? यू नीड टू बी रैशनल, डेफिनेटली यू कैन नॉट रिमेन फूल, बेवकूफ थोड़ी ना बने रहोगे। एम्पैथी सिंपैथेटिक लोग जो होते हैं उनके इमोशंस का बहुत मजाक बनता है, उनको बहुत यूज किया जाता है। For that you need to study and you need to be emotionally intelligent. Okay, we'll talk on this later on. Let's just come back here. Peter Berger is very important for all of us. Please write down his book name, Invitation to Sociology. Peter Berger argues that a sociologist has to be like a detective. Sociologist has to be like a detective. We need to understand what is given to us may not the same. Okay, so this whole paragraph is talking about that. Spy. So sociologist is a spy in very much the same way. Her job is to report as accurately can about certain terrain, right? So in any political or military conflict, it is of advantage to capture the information used by the intelligence organs of the opposing side, but this is also because good intelligence consists information free of bias. यहाँ पे सारा important point है. So I belong to, let's just say, I am a white race. Okay, so I belong to I am citizen of America. So I'm an American citizen, born and brought up and white race. Now it is because I'm American, I cannot say that what Donald Trump is doing with tariff plans is right. Or I cannot deny the racism over there. So, like in Indian context, we have lot many social reformers. In spite of the fact they were bringing social changes, they did criticize what is wrong in their dogmatic religious textbook. Okay, so if you are a sociologist or when you are understanding society, first of all, you need to be rational, objective. You need to say what is right. You often find me saying things truth on your face. नहीं, झूठ तुम्हें लगता है? ये बहुत अंदर से affected हो चुकी है मेरे से. I'll talk to you after class. Right? Why I say and why I have to say, because I'm a sociologist, I have to tell you things out of biasness. I may not like you, or I may like you, whatsoever it is. But if you people are not close to your goal, I have to tell you that. It is as simple as this. So when you become a bureaucrat, whether you like or not, you have got certain responsibility of certain area. So you may think that implementation of this policy will be beneficial because it is going to give you some perks from your seniors. But if you think no, it is not going to be wider enough for good enough for our masses, then you have to take a stand. Okay, so I will end up my class now here. And now, guys, I really want all of you to work little harder, read the same content whatsoever I have explained, and write with your own understanding. I have given lot many examples. You can give your own examples in your notes. Okay. चलिए, thank you so very much. Take care. Tomorrow class will be more speedy because I think now you people are very comfortable. Okay. So very soon we have to finish class 11th and class 12th NCERT, but not all chapters we are going to read with the same intensity. Thank you.